Good it's your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, guys, we're gonna be going over the updated player market in my team and why I think there's some slight hope. Now, am I saying the game is fixed? Am I saying the game is perfect? Do I think this game is in a good spot? No. Do I think that there is some hope for budget cards this season compared to what we've seen in the past? Absolutely, and that's what I'm going to be breaking down specifically in this video. Now, before we dive any further into that, if you are new to the channel, man, make sure you guys do smash that subscribe button as we're on the road towards 130,000 subscribers. So, here's what I'll start with. The first drop this season, our cheapest card is 42,000 MT. I would say the cheapest decent card here is Rui Hachimura at 52,000 MT. Now, if we go back to the first drop of last season, we'd have to go right here to this Wild West set, in which obviously we saw Leonard Miller, who was okay, but I mean, again, there were some budget options here. But when we look at our first pink diamond or all pink diamond drop, there really was no budget options. All of these cards outside of Nate Robinson were like over 100,000 MT, and these prices have even went down a little bit, which just shows kind of the craziness of the prices last season. Even if you look at this iconic set, again, the prices absolutely were crazy. So why do I think we have some hope? Well, I think pink diamonds all season long are going to be relatively cheap, relatively affordable. Cards that you guys can, buy that aren't going to be super crazy. And so you got some, and again, you guys might be like 52,000 Ty. That's not budget. Now, what I would combat with and say is 52,000 MT, is it budget? No, but that MT is not that hard to get. Like if you play Unlimited, I know a lot of people don't, but if you do play MyTEAM Unlimited, it is super easy to get enough MT to be able to afford that. Now, again, obviously, if you don't play Unlimited and you play Triple Threat offline, it might take you a little bit longer, but you still are going to be able to get to that mark relatively quickly with the use of prize balls and whatever else as you are grinding through the game mode. Now, again, from my side of things, when I'm looking at the player market, to me, it was basically useless last season. If you look at the cards I got, Rafe LaFrentz free. Cards in this set, Tyrese Thomas, Dyson Daniels, I think I got both of them for free. I didn't buy them. Didn't buy any of those. Didn't buy any of these. Didn't buy any of these. Didn't buy any of these. And this is basically the same way, the same thing that was going on my No Money Spent Squad series, guys. I did not buy cards on the No Money Spent Squad series either, because what was the point? The cards were not good enough to buy, in my opinion. I feel like Rui Hachimura, though, for 50,000 MT, and again, I don't like calling him budget, but like this is a sign of good things to come. Sure, his release didn't get changed. Sure, his 6 didn't get changed, which obviously do stink, but this is a card that can compete at the highest level. Badge-wise is nearly perfect. Defensively, again, at 6'8", can compete. Harold Miner, to me, I don't love him, but he's not bad either. We're starting to see some things going in the right direction. And even Galaxy Opals. Now, these Galaxy Opals here weren't good. Like Isaiah Thomas basically is useless. Steve Nash, not great. Sabonis is really solid. He's 157,000 MT. But look, even compare Sabonis at 157,000 MT to all the cards we saw last season. Obviously, Dino, Tyrese Thomas, those guys need to be kind of in a different category here. But in my opinion, Domantas Sabonis, he's one of the best bigs that you can get without gambling in the entire game. For 157,000 MT, is that price a little steep? Yeah, I don't think I'd like to pay that, but it's a sign of good things to come. If we continue to see cards at these prices, you might be able to upgrade your squad slowly without having to gamble on packs. Now, if you look at the packs, the odds, they're basically the exact same that they were last season. And so do I recommend opening packs? Obviously, no, I never do. And that's something I don't recommend. But at the same time, guys, MT wise, is it useful? It's starting to become slightly more useful, but we are still a long ways from our ultimate goal. Now, I know a lot of you guys are balling on a budget, don't have a crazy amount of MT. I know a lot of you guys are trying to be no money spent and have fun playing with the game, and you obviously still can do that. But my whole thing is, what should you do right now? at this moment, let's say you have 200,000 MT, you're like, Ty, Rui would help my squad out. Should I pick him up? Should I go all out on Domantas Sabonis? Here's my suggestion, okay? If Rui Hachimura helps your squad out a ton for 50,000 MT, and then in a couple of weeks you can sell him for back for 20-some thousand MT, I don't hate that. Like, I don't hate that at all. It gives you a guy that you can update your squad with, that you can have fun with, and go from there. Now, on the flip side of things, if you have a guy, I'm just gonna throw in a name. If you have I gotta find the right guy. If you have like a AK-47 or a Pink Diamond Thurl Bailey at your 3 right now, the question I would ask you is how much of an upgrade is Rui Hachimura compared to that AK, compared to that Thurl Bailey? To me, not too much. And so that's where I'm like, I would continue to try to save your MT, even though, look, I really do like Rui. I think Rui is better than those cards. But if he's just only slightly better, it's probably not worth it for your MT. So again, the player market, I'm hoping we continue to see these pink diamonds get cheaper and cheaper. Like, imagine if these guys decrease in price by 7% weekly. Like, we're going to see the cheapest card next week being like 38,000 MT. These pink diamonds would be like 48,000 MT. And we would be moving and grooving towards those budget ballers. Do I think that's how it's going to go? Probably not. I mean, I probably think the prices of these cards are going to continue to stay the same. But again, 50,000 MT is relatively easy to get this season. And if you don't believe it, guys, I'm telling you, you play some, just grind the game a little bit. Even on my phone yesterday, I was traveling on my phone. I played 6 triple threat offline games, and just like that, made like 10,000 MT. Like, MT is not hard to get at all. And even if you, I'm just gonna throw out something to you guys. Obviously, you don't have to buy the Pro Pass, but even if you do buy the Pro Pass, like when you get to a certain amount of a certain level, you get some extra MT as well. You get 10,000 MT at level 25. Obviously, at level 34, you get 15,000 MT. And then here, obviously, everybody gets that 39,000, or at 39, at level 39, you're gonna get that 25,000 MT. So again, even in here, you can make the case that MT is relatively easy to get just throughout the entire game mode. It is. Now, I still would recommend being smart with your MT. Just because it's easy to get MT doesn't mean, you need to spend it. Like, I've been sitting on over 2 million MT for quite a while, and I'm not going to spend it on any of these cards. Do I have hope for these opals? Well, slightly, but not nearly as much, because you guys got to realize 157,000 MT, that's a lot of MT. Like, that's just the way it is. That's a lot of MT. You can nearly buy a 10 box for that. And again, I'm not one to necessarily recommend buying packs, but you have basically, I mean, you're supposed to pull an opal out of every 10 box, like, or you're supposed to get, for every 10 packs you pull, on average, 1 opal. So again, do I recommend that you guys open packs? No. I'm just saying, priority wise, is this worth the MT? Probably not. And that is the big question of the day. That's gonna wrap it up though for my video. I just wanted to make this to kind of give you guys hope. If you are no money spent, if you are balling on a budget, that, look, maybe this drop wasn't for us, but maybe next Friday we'll have some guys similar to this Nebula drop, right? Where you could use a lot of these guys and have success with them. Let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comments. Drop a like on it, subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.